Wendi, while you were in the World Wrestling Federation, what were some positive memories of being there?
Well, I'd have to say meeting Cyndi Lauper and Dave Wolf would have to be the most memorable and happy times of my life. Cyndi spent so much time with me, helping me with makeup, hairstyle, clothes, how to conduct myself on interviews. And she's just such a super person. It's not what I thought a rock star would be. She is really a super down-to-earth person. And Dave Wolf is right there to back her all the time. They're super people. And the fans, that they were so supportive all over the United States and Canada. They were just so enthusiastic, so happy that I won the championship belt, as happy as I was. And those are happy times for me, meeting all the fans, traveling, and getting to meet Cyndi Lauper and Dave Wolf.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go into more matches in this exciting videotape of Wendi Richter, the World Wrestling Council's World's Ladies Champion, a little bit more about Wendi. Before she turned professional lady wrestler, she used to compete in rodeos all around Louisiana and Texas. She had beautiful horses. Her parents always supported her, and she won many, many competitions in rodeo. She loves rodeos. She still does. But then, while watching TV, she fell in love with professional wrestling. She was a big girl. She measures 5 feet 10 inches, and she was always strong, and she decided to try her luck in this very dangerous profession. She practiced judo, self-defense, and then went into a professional gym, and then they started teaching her the dangerous maneuvers of professional wrestling. As you're already aware, she became a very successful lady wrestler in no time. She's been all over the world, and as you know, twice she was the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion. She's also recognized as the National Wrestling Federation World's Ladies Champion, and recently she became the Women's Ladies Champion of the World Wrestling Council. In your TV screen right now, you're going to see her dog. He's a boxer, he is Bear, and the lady next to him, that's Wendi's mother, Dorothy Richter. Wendi Richter is very religious. She believes in being fair, and she always keeps herself in tremendous shape because she loves and respects this sport. More about Wendi you're going to find out during this videotape. Let's go back into more action in this videotape. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will enjoy watching Wendi Richter against Monster Ripper inside the dangerous cage. Let's go immediately to the sensational bout. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Wendi Richter making her way into the arena for this dangerous cage match. Inside the cage, Monster Ripper waiting for Wendi. The fans are excited, and we are set for the action here. Wendi taking her beautiful ring jacket off. The fans want to see some action here, and they will see that. There she is, Monster Ripper, recognized as the Women's World's Champion of the Women's Championship Wrestling Association. This match took place before Wendi and Monster Ripper went into the finals for the World Wrestling Council Ladies Championship in the world in the Republic of Trinidad Tobago. Wendi takes Monster Ripper down. The knee to the back of the neck by Wendi. Monster Ripper weighing over 200 pounds against Wendi, 145 pounds. Monster Ripper aggressive. Attacking Wendi against the wires of the cage. Look out, here comes Monster Ripper. Hooking those legs on the side of the neck and head of Wendi. Squashing her throat against the top rope. Wow. We are in Puerto Rico for this exciting match where Wendi is inside the cage against Monster Ripper. Wendi fighting back, connecting well with the knee around the shoulder area of the Monster Ripper. Wendi tries to pick Monster Ripper up. Over 200 pounds, Monster Ripper easily picks up Wendi and body slams her and then drops the leg across the throat area. Wendi tries to bridge out in pain as Monster, using all that weight to her advantage. Wendi in pain now, Monster Ripper. Holding on to the back of the hair, Wendi rams her head against the wires of the cage. Wendi fights back. It is dangerous inside that cage, and both women, tremendous lady wrestlers. Wendi Richter at one time was 2 times ladies champion of the World Wrestling Federation. Monster Ripper has held other prestigious titles, including the one that she holds at the moment, the Women's Championship Wrestling Championship of the World. And there is Wendi kicking away on Monster. Monster fights back. It is Wendi now being grabbed by the hair. Handful of hair by Monster now. She switches into the wrist, punishing the arm of Wendi against the middle rope. And now with the big boot. Wendi in pain. Monster Ripper in control. The fans supporting Wendi as Monster Ripper punches away on Wendi. Wendi comes back with a tackle to the abdominal area, but Ripper able to hold on, kicking away while holding the wrist of Wendi. Look out here. Monster Ripper drops her big leg across the arm of Wendi. Monster Ripper, for that weight, moves fast inside the ring. Wendi Richter now hooking Monster Ripper with head scissors while hooking the arm also. Monster Ripper tries to escape. Wendi punches away with both hands on the back part of Monster. Here she comes, kicking away on Wendi. Monster Ripper, so dangerous. Monster Ripper, one of the biggest lady wrestler stars in the Orient, in Japan. She's got thousands and thousands of followers. She's a top name everywhere she goes. And wait a minute, here comes Wendi. Wendi trying to move out of the cage, and the first lady to touch the floor will win this match. Those are the rules. First one to get out of the cage wins this cage match. Referee is outside, Ricky Vargas of the World Wrestling Council, the official outside. When one of the ladies comes out of the cage, the first one to do so will win this cage match. Wow. Double cross chop by Monster Ripper. Monster Ripper tries to get out. She's almost there. It looks like Monster Ripper's gonna win the match. But Wendi hooking the ring ropes with both boots, trying to hold on desperately. The fans are applauding. You could hear the horns of the fans flipping away as they sense that Wendi was in danger of losing the match. But Monster Ripper is back in the cage. Wendi stops away on Monster. Wendi hooks the arm, and now she presses. And it's Monster Ripper who's screaming now. Wendi punishing the arm, kicking away, using the top rope as an instrument to hurt the arm of Monster Ripper. Both ladies giving all they have in this important match, the cage match. Wendi choking away on Monster Ripper, but here she comes. Wendi tried to drop kick Monster. Monster was able to hold back. And here Monster Ripper tries to get out of the cage. She's almost out. Wow. She's holding on from the bars of the gate area of the cage. Wendi hooking on Monster Ripper. Wendi not letting Monster Ripper get away. The first one to make it to the arena floor will win the match. Wendi Richter punching away on Monster Ripper. Here, Monster. She's been flying mare by. Wendi using the hair. She goes for the cover. That will not help her due to the fact that no pinfalls are allowed for the victory. The only way to win is to escape from the cage first one out wins the bout. Wendi digging that knee into the back area of Monster while hooking those fingers in a reverse chin lock on Monster. What a forearm shot by Wendi on the chest area of Monster Ripper. She throws Monster into the ropes. The big boot. Wow, down goes the Monster Ripper. Here comes Wendi. Monster Ripper gets back in her feet. Here comes Wendi. Out of the cage, almost. But Monster Ripper, she's able to hook Wendi. The first one to leave the cage will win the match. Wow. Very exciting moment here as Monster Ripper is hooking Wendi. Her hair caught on the top of the gate area of the cage. Monster Ripper, very sadistic lady. She has hurt a lot of professional ladies, sending them into the hospital or retiring them from professional wrestling. Wendi in trouble now. Listen as the fans are screaming the name of Wendi. And Monster Ripper punching away on the back of Wendi while she's hooking at her top. The hair from the top. But Wendi fights back. She fires back some shots to the abdominal area of Monster Ripper. Monster holding on from Wendi. They're both close to the door. First one out wins the bout. Wendi's been hit against the top turnbuckle. And here, Monster Ripper stomping away. Wendi getting out of that area as Monster Ripper tries to make it out. She's almost out. It looks like she's gonna make it outside. But Wendi looking from behind. Wow, Wendi Richter hanging on for dear life here. Both ladies want to win this match, but there will only be one winner. Wow, knee lift sends Monster Ripper down to the canvas. Here comes Wendi. Wow, what a shot, but Monster fires back, and it's Wendi who hits the canvas. The size of Monster Ripper. Double chicken wing suplex. That was a perfect move by Monster Ripper. But Wendi hanging on from one of the boots of Monster Ripper. Very courageous effort by Wendi. Monster Ripper trying to reach the door to move out of the cage and win the bout. Tremendous match that we're watching here, the cage match. Monster Ripper, half of her body through the door. Wendi hooking on from the back of the trunks of Monster Ripper. I do not think that Monster's going to be able to escape right now because Wendi had her hooked, and now she's moving her closer inside the ring, kicking away, hooking the leg. Wendi drops the leg in the inner part of the knee area of Monster Ripper. Those big, powerful legs of the dangerous Canadian champion wrestler Monster Ripper. And now Monster Ripper riding Wendi while she's punishing her. Monster Ripper. She's got Wendi in control. Wendi fires back. Here comes Wendi attacking Monster Ripper. Wendi tries to get out of the cage. And Wendi almost succeeds, but Monster Ripper hooks her trunks, almost trying to take her wrestling trunks off. Wendi. Wow. Wendi Richter. As Monster punches away close to the ribcage area. That boot caught her in the lower part of the stomach. And now that leg damaged more. The energies of Wendi as Monster looks so strong. She picks Wendi, throws it to the rope. Here comes Wendi. Body tackle with those 200 pounds or more. Send Wendi to the canvas, but she missed the flying elbow as Wendi was able to move away. Here Monster tried to do the same, but Wendi caught her with part of the boot on the face area. That kick right in the center of the chest. Wendi. She She's got the support of the fans here. That's Monster Ripper. She's in trouble now. Face first into the canvas. Once again, wow. Wendi, controlling action. Monster Ripper in pain. Her face went first into the canvas. Wendi throws Monster. Monster moves out of the turnbuckle area, and it's Wendi who suffered the consequences. Elbow and shoulder hurt on that tackle, while Monster Ripper was able to move out of the way. Monster throws Wendi into the ropes. She missed the clothesline. Here comes Wendi. Flying body block. But Monster is so powerful. And she missed the elbow again. Wendi back on her feet. She takes Monster out and prepares her and throws her into the ropes. Here comes the Monster. Monster gets the boot around the stomach area. Monster Ripper in pain now. Wendi with forearm shots to the chest area. But here comes Monster Ripper. Both ladies going at it. Clothesline. Down goes Wendi. Monster Ripper in control. Wendi gets thrown into the ropes. Here comes Wendi. Wendi ducks on the clothesline. And Wendi goes through the cage. Wow! Wrestling fans, Wendi Richter has won the cage match. But Monster Ripper is still after Wendi. The bout is already official. Wendi has won inside the cage, but Monster Ripper is still going at it. Both ladies outside the ring. Wendi getting the worst of the exchange. Monster Ripper, she is upset, man. She has lost the cage match, and she wants Wendi to pay for it with her body and her face. Trying to injure here on Wendi. Wendi hooking from the metal bars, and now Wendi goes after Monster Ripper. Wendi not giving up. Even though she has won the match, she still wants to fight Monster Ripper. Ladies and gentlemen, an official victory. Wendi Richter has defeated Monster Ripper inside the cage. There's your winner, Wendi Richter from Dallas.